Newly elected ANC Gauteng Chairperson Panyaza Lesufi says he plans to ensure that the party remains functional. That's the party here in Gauteng province. Lesufi emerged victorious in the 14th party's provincial elective conference last weekend. He defeated COGTA MEC Lebogang Maile by 32 votes. For more about this, Panyaza Lesufi is joining us now. He's, of course, also the education MEC here in Gauteng. That's his job in government. I don't know if I should say congratulations or commiseration. It's a huge task you've undertaken. I mean, the challenges are myriad. What was your initial thought as the confirmation of the votes happened that you are the new chairperson of the party in Gauteng?
Mixed emotions, to be quite frank, Brad, and thanks for the opportunity. If we have a society that is about to normalize free flow of sewer in our street, we have a society that wants to normalize shortage of medication in hospital, we have a society that wants to normalize this high level of crime, unemployment, and you are assigned to go and fix those things. It's scary, or to be part of a team that must fix them. It's quite scary. But the opposite side of the coin is to appreciate the number of branches that felt that you can be part of a collective that can solve this matter and nominated your name and went on even to vote for your name. It's humbling. So that is why I'm saying it was mixed emotions, and I still want to appreciate that aspect from the delegates that attended the conference.
Yeah. I'm looking at my phone here. I was looking at your WhatsApp profile picture yesterday. I see you've changed it. I wanted to refer to this because I referred to it on air yesterday, saying when I was talking to Puleli Twiti-Jones, our reporter was covering the election conference, you used 3 words there. Yesterday's what you said: unity, renewal, and service.
Yes.
I want to start with unity. Yeah. Is the ANC united in Gauteng?
We are. I said it. I'm going to work with MEC, my Lord Comrade Lebogang, freely, without fear. I'm not even going to watch my back when he's there. I know he's a brother. We work together. We're talking even during the conference. We took a picture together even during conference.
Yeah, he had a lot of good things to say about you, by the way. When the reporters were talking to him, that yes, he's putting his hand up, but if he loses, like any contest, he'll accept that he has lost and respect the new chairperson.
And I respect him. It was a close contest, so I can't say I have control of all the numbers of branches of the ANC. But if we combine together those numbers, we'll have a solid, formidable. And
your top 5 has got people, some of them were on his slate, I understand.
As well, 2 of them.
So are you going to use that to galvanize and spread the message of unity?
Definitely. We have no choice. Where we are, a stronger ANC is a better ANC. A united ANC is a better ANC. An ANC that understands its role is a better ANC. And an ANC that can eliminate an inward-focused mentality is a better ANC. So we need an agile ANC with international stamina that put our people at the center of service delivery, and an ANC that understands its mission. I really think will be much better.
What different are you going to bring? What's difference are you going to bring, Panyaza? Because some of the words you're using now, we've heard before, putting the people at the center of the service that the ANC will deliver. And you look around Gauteng, you've mentioned the challenges yourself. I mean, things are really broken at some level. Some municipalities are battling. Yep. And you as the ANC in the local government elections last year, you lost majority power in a number of key metros here, like Johannesburg and Tshwane. What difference do you think you're able to build as a new leader coming in? Because Gauteng is the biggest economic region of this country, and I think it's the 4th largest GDP in Africa.
Yes. But then, if you can't get the ANC right, you'll not get anything right. If you can't get the ANC right, you'll never get government right. Remember, which is something that's very bad, majority of ANC members relies on the state employment opportunities to survive.
And that's not good.
That's not good, not good at all. So we are not across all sectors of society. We are at one sector. And if there are challenges and limitations in the ANC, by extension, they flow over to government. And the battles of the ANC become battle of government people.
And then the people on the ground suffer.
Yes.
You see, there's a lack of delivery, then there's causes of corruption.
Exactly my point.
And things like
there's
that.
Stage 6 of load shedding. So we have to fix the ANC first so that we can fix our country. We have to get the ANC right so that we can have our province right.
Do you think the ANC can renew itself?
We can. What is the alternative?
Well, I mean, there are people...
Check all parties that are opposed to the ANC. Check all of them. Are they capable to run government? You've given the municipalities now. It's worse. In the absence of the ANC, they can't even run municipalities. So if you don't have a better ANC, it's going to be worse. And I wanted to show you.
Yeah, but hold on there.
Yeah.
It's only about 6 months. When were the elections? November. It's about 7 months to go.
No.
How come is it worse when some of those municipalities were run by the ANC in Gauteng before last November? What has made them worse in such a short time?
It can't be worse. It can't be 6 months. Tswane was governed by the DA in 2016.
I'm talking about the new administration.
No. If you combine what they've done since 2016, check their finances.
Okay, that's Tswane.
Yeah, and you will see that they have. Check Johannesburg. The ANC only governed Johannesburg for 3 months. Since 2016, it was them.
So what is the renewal looking like then, so that you can deliver the services and the ANC can become what maybe it used to be?
You need an agile ANC, a united ANC, an ANC that is disciplined, an ANC that can quickly get rid of deadwood, and ensure that you have an ANC that is respectable, but an ANC that its own members respect it. Because the challenge we have is people that don't respect the ANC. You have a press conference about an NEC meeting, and people that were in that meeting that agreed to that press statement, when that statement is released, before the ink gets dry, they're the one that criticizes the same statement. You can't lead an organization like that.
So the lack of discipline, that we are pointing out must have a history, okay? And you've identified the problem. For one example, how would you fix it?
Not to be disciplined and be decisive.
Would
if you do wrong,
would you get rid of members who are not disciplined?
Yeah, there are processes in the ANC on how to deal with people that are not disciplined. The only problem is that people have been doing this thing is because they belong to a strong faction, or they feel they're untouchable. Or they think they can do as they wish because everyone is doing as they wish. So you must restore sanity and say we are one family. There might be differences in a family, but there is a way of dealing with family differences. I think we are the only organization that washes our dirty linen every day, everywhere.
And your members run to court very easily. You had the same issue now the weekend when some members went to court to stop the process of the election. You still have the small matter of the quarantined votes of Ekurhuleni. Those kind of issues, as you said, come out in the public and make the ANC, for example, not look good at all.
That's the reason why some of us are calling for an agile ANC. That can take decision within the shortest possible time.
Is that possible?
It is, because the current, we're going to a policy conference now that we're going to make that proposal. But the current scenario where every decision must be taken by the NEC that meets once in 4 months, it makes things difficult. So take the Ekurhuleni matter as well. 3 weeks. They have to wait for an NEC, and when the NEC met for almost 7 hours, it referred the matter back to the PEC. But if you have an agile organization, you'll say, let's delegate some powers to the office bearers. Let's delegate some powers to the National Working Committee. Let's delegate some powers to the NEC. So that the functionality and decision-making of the ANC is not disturbed by any other thing. So even someone take us to court, we can meet quickly, listen to them, persuade them. If they're mistaken, we can. But because a highest decision-making body will meet after 4 months or 6 months, it makes decision-making very difficult.
Are you taking that idea as an example to the policy conference as the ANC in Gauteng, for example?
We're taking it to our conference first, and our conference must debate. We are reconvening conference in 2 weeks' time. From the 9th to the 10th of July. So when conference agree, because we're packaging many recommendations on energy.
This is the Gauteng ANC conference.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. On energy, on transport, on lawlessness. I think the one that we want to come strong on is lawlessness and crime. We can't have a province like ours riddled with so many criminal activities and lawlessness. People do as they wish, you know. So all those particular matters, when conference debate, deliberate and conclude on them, we're going to be in a position to take them to the National Policy Conference.
The line between you as a party and government, the executive, sometimes can be blurred. Yeah. That's the sense one gets from the outside. Are you concerned about that? Because now you're going to a conference, you're going to talk about lawlessness and crime, and then what? Because the implementer of whatever you will be suggesting has to be government, has to be the executive. And where in majority, it's going to be an ANC member.
And that's the reason why I say if you can't get the ANC right, then you'll not get the government right. So I agree with you. It's not supposed to be bled, supposed to be a clear line that you can't cross as you wish. But allow us to renew this movement, Praten.
Okay.
Allow us to rebuild this movement. This is the only thing South Africans have. This is the only thing that if we lose, even if you are a member of the ANC or not, you'll have difficulties. Check the organizations that are growing. Our organization that are on a race ticket. Patriotic Alliance is on colours. Freedom Front is on Afrikaners. DA removing black people and remain liberal white people. EFF, they exactly the same way they feel that it's black people only. And AfriForum, you know, all the organizations that are growing are the organizations that
but
are...
But are you aware, forgetting organizations, political organizations, let me come in there, Panyaza, before I forget this point. I'm noticing, I'm observing, there's a rise of active citizenship, active citizens in the country, people taking up causes, whether they're GBV causes, or certain causes on the ground in terms of their communities. We had a lot of independents who ran in the local government elections, even in smaller towns. Forget the Joburgs of this world, places like Barberton, for example, and they are now got councillors there. Are you aware, and does it concern you as the new chair of the ANC in Gauteng, that you're going to be faced, come 2024, for example, in this province, possibly by a more independent candidates coming together under this active citizenship kind of process or movement?
But then, if the ANC is in a mess, do you think South Africans will wait for us to fix our mess? They'll move on with their lives. They'll move on with their lives. They can't wait for the ANC to fix its own mess and inward focus, battles, factionalism and other things. And that is what is a risk, where South Africans will move on with their lives in the absence of the ANC. And they've started to do so with all those formations that we've just said. There was a march of electricity in Soweto. Did you see the ANC there?
It was local residents.
26 June is the Freedom Charter Day, a document highly associated with the ANC. Who organized an event? It's the other political party.
That must worry you.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. If you can't rebuild this movement, if you can't strengthen this movement, you can't ensure there's discipline and proper direction and a practical program of action, South Africans will move on with their lives and leave us behind.
Yeah, I think you and I will have a discussion again after your conference, because there you're going to lay out what are your programs as the ANC in the province of Gauteng, you know, the biggest economic region of the country. It's going to be interesting to see what comes out of there. Yes. And then we'll unpack those further, because at the end of the day, if you don't attend to service delivery and also economic growth to create jobs for our young people, the future is going to be bleak. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Walter.
Thank you very much. That's Panyaza Lesufi. He's been newly elected as a chairperson of the ANC in the province of Gauteng, heading next month to a provincial conference of the ANC where they're going to be outlining new plans for the way forward. He says he wants an agile ANC. We'll have to unpack that in the near future, what that would actually look like.